Now we're going to work on word problems, and that's the last 4 problems on the, well, 3 problems on the Test 1 review. So the first problem is, the most expensive hotel room in a recent study was the Ritz-Carlton at $645 per night, while the least expensive was Motel 6 at $74 per night. Find the amount saved in a 4-night stay at Motel 6 instead of staying at the Ritz-Carlton. Well, that doesn't sound like fun. Anyway, so we'll look at the 2 problems, and what you're trying to compare is how much is it at the Ritz-Carlton for 4 nights versus how much is it at Motel 6 for 4 nights. So if this is the rate per night, $649 for 45 for 1 night, we obviously know which is the cheaper hotel, but you know, we're going to have to come up with numbers because that's the math problem that we're working on. Alright, so you can look at it as if you're paying somebody physically $645 per night, you could literally put it down that way. First night, I'm giving somebody $64. The second night, I'm giving somebody $64. The third night, I'm giving somebody why do I keep saying 64? $645. And on the 4th night, you're doing the same thing. And you could add those and come up with how much is it for all 4 nights. Whenever you have a problem like this, the other way to look at it is you have $645 4 times. So it's also a multiplication problem. And in that case, which I think is a little easier to solve that way, you have $645 times 4. So that's just a dollar sign to keep track. And you do your basic multiplication. 5 times 4 is 20. Put the 20 up here. That's our number carried. The 2 up there. 4 times 4 is 16. Plus 2 is 18. And we're going to carry our 1. And then 6 times 4 is 24. Plus 1 is 25. We've got that one little funny color there. So our total for 4 nights, the Ritz-Carlton, comes to $2,580, which is why nobody I know stays there. Anyway, the next, Motel 6, once again, you could add it together if you wanted to write out the problem in a way that makes sense to you. You're paying a hotel $74 each night, but which is also the same thing as saying 74 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. 7 times 4 is 28, plus 1 is 29, so obviously that's the difference. But the question is asking you, if you note, find the amount saved. So the amount saved is the amount you didn't pay staying at this hotel. There's a big amount of money that you didn't pay Motel 6, so you saved that money. So how you figure out what you saved is a subtraction. So this is really a 2-step problem. You have to multiply to get each of these values for 4 nights, and then you subtract those totals. So 296 to get what you saved by not staying at the Ritz-Carlton. So we're going to borrow, that becomes a 10. We take a group of 10 away from there. That makes that a 7. 10 minus 6 is 4. Cannot subtract 7 from 9. You have to do it again. So we're going to add a group of 10 to that one. And we're going to take that one down. 17 minus 9 is 8. 4 minus 2 is 2. And that's 2. So you saved $2,284. Now, wouldn't that be nice if you just had that in your pocket because you saved it? Which never really works that way. What really happens is you brought a budget of $500 and now $300 is gone. Anyway, so that's how you work out this problem. The amount that you saved, it's a two-step problem. You multiply to find how much it would cost you to stay at the Ritz-Carlton, and then you multiply to find out how much it costs to stay at the Motel 6, and you subtract those two values to get the amount saved.